Good morning. Happy Friday. Welcome to the first edition of Tea's Tasty Tidbits. This video will definitely be family friendly. It will have cooking and hopefully it will be very, very fun. Today's video will be dedicated to our current situation and our stay home order. I would like to offer a few things that should be a staple in your pantries, in your cupboards, at all times. Let me first give a disclaimer that I was not endorsed by any of the companies that you will see in the video. I purchased the food with my own money. Some things that have been in my food pantry, and then some things that I was able to get while shopping when the food order had gone out. My grandmother was a mother of 5 children. I myself am a mother of 5 children, and I gleaned a lot of her wisdom when I was younger of how to properly take care of my family and how to just be the best steward of my home that I could be. And so one of the things that my grandmother always told me is to keep a food pantry. This food pantry would consist of a lot of non-perishable items. These items are to stay inside of your food pantry. It's not for hoarding purposes, but it is for times such as this, times where layoffs may be experienced, times where there may be weather-related issues and you're not able to go out and purchase items from the store, but your family will not be in lack because you will have some of these items in your food pantry. The most important thing that you want in your food pantry is a can opener, a manual can opener, just in case there's any power outages and you need to be able to get to the food that you want to prepare for your family. The beauty of canned goods, you want to have canned goods in your pantry. The beauty of canned goods, the food is already cooked and prepared, and so all you would need to do is just open it up and heat it up if you have that the capabilities of doing so. But you want to keep canned items, canned vegetables, canned fruit. There used to be a pudding company. I don't think they make it anymore. About 5 years ago, but it was the pudding. I don't know if you remember pudding being served at your school, but when I was a little girl, there was pudding called Thank You Pudding. And they used to sell that at Hy-Vee, but it's no longer available. I do believe that you can get it online. But those are some examples of desserts that you could keep for your children. Another example for a sweet treat or dessert that you can keep in your pantry would be cranberry sauce. My family eats jellied cranberry sauce. I buy lots and lots of cranberry sauce. My son has an unnatural love for cranberry sauce. I've never seen anyone eat cranberry sauce quite the way that he does. On holidays, I will buy 4 cans of cranberry sauce. The family will eat 1 can and he will eat 3 if I allow him to. As a matter of fact, when he went away for college, I sent him away with a case of cranberry sauce. Another thing that you would want to keep in your pantry will be dry beans. If you're able to cook them, dry beans is a wonderful, wonderful meal that you can prepare for your families. One, you can just eat the beans themselves as a meal, but then also you can add other types of meats and vegetables with that meal if you want. If you have a deep freezer, one thing that you want to keep in your pantry supply is milk. This is milk that I just pulled out this morning. My family goes through about 4 to 5 gallons of milk in a week. We are protein people. We eat lots of and drink lots of protein. And so even when they were younger, we went through an unusual amount of milk. I always gave my children, if you have small children or babies that are ready to switch from formula milk or breast milk to regular milk, so to speak, you want to make sure that you are purchasing whole milk for them. I know we like to be health conscious and we want to offer reduced fat milk for health purposes, but for young children, you want to keep them on whole milk for maybe even to 5 years of age. That's how long I kept my children on whole milk. Because it offers nutrients that really develop their brains. And so that is the reason you would want to keep whole milk for your families. This is mashed potatoes. You want to keep potato flakes because they are... their pantry I don't know what I'm trying to say. They're good to keep on the pantry shelf. It's non-perishable is what I'm trying to say, and it whips up very quickly. You can keep that for, I don't know, a million years. It also comes in, this is a plastic container, but they also come in aluminum cans that they can have a longer shelf life. Dry milk. I was not able to find dry milk. You want to keep dry milk in your pantry at all times. You also would want to keep peanut butter in your pantry. It's a good source of protein and it's a filler. And so even if you don't have bread to offer, you can put it in crackers. Crackers is something that you can keep in your pantry for not a long time, but you can keep crackers for a good amount of time in a pantry. Or you can just give spoonfuls of peanut butter if it gets to that point. Another thing that you want to keep in your pantry is rice. My family goes through a lot of rice, and so I keep a lot of rice in our pantry. I also keep it because in times such as this, if you have animals and you can't get to dog food, which is another thing, you need to have pet food in your pantry at all times. But if you don't have dog food, then you can boil a pot of rice and give it to your dog if they can eat grain-free food. You also want to keep canned meat in your pantry at all times. And again, these are things that you don't want to eat, but you want to keep them in the pantry. You can have other items in your pantry, but you need a certain amount of food that you do not want to touch in your pantry for times as this. Another thing that people don't really think about to keep in their pantry is seasoning. Even though you might be going through some difficult times, you don't want to eat food that your family, you don't want to make food or prepare food that your family is not going to eat. And so the rule of thumb for spices is about 3 months. So what I would do, I would keep a set of spices in my pantry. After about 2 months, if you have not used those, purchase a new set of spices, pull the spices from your pantry and use those, and then put the new set of spice back into your pantry. But I hope these were helpful tips for you. Please include any comments or questions that you may have in the comment box, and I will see you next Friday. Have a wonderful weekend. I also want to give a shout out to Mr. Woodland for this idea of starting the YouTube page, and we'll see where it goes from here. Thank you very much. Have a great day.